Okay, hello everyone. Good afternoon and maybe already good evening for those of you who had an early start today. I'm glad to be here and to present you our case with our friends of Easy IT, so where we implemented Odoo within VAR. My name is Jean-Philippe Bofsovers. I'm a CTO at VAR and I'm obviously responsible for technology, but also for projects. So I think that's a good combination to talk about this topic today. So let me start with just saying a few words about VAR, and those of you who are familiar with football, this is not the video ref, absolutely not, and hopefully we have a better reputation than those guys, but what we do is we sell the advertising space of VRT, which is the broadcaster in the Dutch-speaking part of Belgium. So in a few words, what we do is we typically sell advertising campaigns. Just to give you an idea, we sell about 7,600 campaigns on a yearly basis, and a campaign consists of different ad insertions. So that can range from a few days to a few weeks or even a few months, and we do that on the different touch points of VRT, meaning the linear thing, which is the classical TV and FM radio, but we also do that on the digital part. So if you listen to the radio through your app on a smartphone, or if you watch VRT MAX, that's what we do. Now, to give you a bit of a context just before I enter into Odoo itself, let me say a word about Camalion. Camalion is the project where Odoo fits in, and if you wonder what kind of animal that is, Camalion stands for Campaign Management, Linear and Online, which should make sense based on what I just said before. So what kind of animal is Camalion? Well, it's a platform that we are developing and where Odoo has an important part to play. So it's a platform that covers all our main processes, so ranging from sales requests to the invoicing to the reporting and everything in between. So it's a big project, as you will see in a minute. For those of you who like some technical stuff, it runs on Azure, and it is built as a software as a service, meaning that the different stakeholders in the market can participate in the platform as well. And for Odoo specifically, now we can get to business, we chose to implement the contact management, the contracting, which is an important part I will talk about today, and the invoicing as well. And looking at the Easy IT team here, maybe more in the future, we'll see about that. Just a quick architecture view of Camalion. So what you see here is the back office with all the different components. So there are components that we are developing ourselves, but of course we also look at parties that can help us and that we can integrate with the rest, and that's where Odoo comes in. Then we have on top our connections with the customers, which is the front-end part of things. And well, as you know, in many businesses, data is of course very important. So we have a data part in the total picture, and the ad tech stuff are the tools that we use for airing the digital campaigns. Now, if we look at why we chose Odoo, we had quite some challenges, and more specifically in terms of contract management. As every business, we have well, contracts with our customers, of course, and until before the implementation of Odoo, they were based on Word contracts, so manual action was important there, very time-consuming. We lacked a lot of structure, so you know Word, it's not that structured. It was decentralized because we have different kind of contracts. So we had contracts left, we had contracts right. So far from optimal, and also in terms of learning skills and learning curve, when new people come in the company and they have to learn how to create new contract, that was very time consuming. So a lot of challenges specifically on that topic. Now, we looked at different parties, and I will come back to that in the next slide, but we have chosen Odoo because of the fact that Odoo has a lot of off-the-shelf features, as you may know probably, but also has the possibility for very good customization. And in our cases, we really needed both. And as I mentioned before, we were also charmed by the fact that Odoo has a lot of different modules. And so for future growth, that is, of course, also very interesting. And also an important one for us was maybe kind of a DNA fit with Odoo, in the fact that, well, we are a local company, and Odoo is a Belgian company as well, of course, with a worldwide footprint. But we felt that would be good in terms of relation to work together. And maybe I shouldn't say this too loud, but we also felt that the licensing model was attractive. So we did a classical process for selecting the partner. We had a long list. And then afterwards, we were still there with two different technologies, with Odoo and another one. I won't name it. So we decided to do a proof of concept with both of them, and with the right partner to help us with the implementation. And that's how we ended up with the nice Easy IT team who are supporting me this evening here in front. Thank you, guys. So when we look at the implementation, not only did we have challenges in terms of the contracts, but we saw that out of our business analysis, there were quite some tough requirements there, which led us to the fact that indeed we needed a lot of customization, and therefore it was very important to have a right partner to help us in there. The fact is that we had a lot of intense working together, and when I say intense, I can surely say that it was really, really intense. So that was an important one, and the fact that Odoo fits within the Camalion project means that we needed to integrate with the rest, and we of course wanted to have it as seamless as possible. And the way of working that we have within the project is that we use Azure's Service Bus. So that was new for the Easy IT team, which was also a challenge, of course. Now, when we look at some lessons learned here, as I said, we started with a part that was customization, not an easy one, and that was quite difficult for the whole team, I think. Within VAR, it was new. It was the first integration with Odoo, the first Odoo implementation. So we didn't know the concepts, we didn't know the standards, and we had to learn everything, which, as a result, we saw that the time to market was longer than we expected. But the good news is finally we came through, and we're very happy. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here, I think. We're very happy with the results. And if we look at the results and at the benefits for our businesses, I think it's quite clear that it is mainly based on what I said before in terms of challenges that we had for the contracting part. So now all our contracts are fully centralized. Creating a contract is now more a matter of a few minutes than hours as it was before, so a huge time benefit. Of course, in terms of quality, everything is automated, so we have almost no risk, or at least very minimal risk in terms of errors, human errors, of course. And also very interesting, what we saw here is, those of you who are familiar with these kind of implementations and projects, you know that a change track is also something that takes quite some time. Well, in this case, the user adoption was fast, so we didn't have to put much effort into the change track. And last but not least, not directly related to the contract, but what we also did is that we implemented an automatic credit check. So also there a huge time benefit, because before the accounting department had to check the creditworthy of the customers that was looking up in databases and so on and so on. Now this is done seamlessly and automatically. So again, a huge time benefit there. Now maybe you want to have a bit of a view of how it looks like, what it is. So I just included a few screenshots here. So the main message that I want to pass here is that, again, creating a contract is more a matter of a few clicks than it was before, a full manual process. So what you see is, well, you basically start with, clicking on the Create Contract button. We have developed a very nice but very simple wizard where you can select the kind of contract that you want. And for every contract, we have a list of templates that you can select. And, then you get the list of the different clauses that are included in the contract. So they are there, they are selected or not selected, depending on the type of contract, of course. So you can still select or deselect if you want specifically. And then you put the contract into routing. If necessary, it can be validated by management, or when it's fully ready, it goes for signing, it goes out for signing, and you're done. So very easy process. And basically I'm also done with this presentation already, so I think we're more than on time for all of you who want to go have a drink later on. But of course, I'm here for questions if there are any, or remarks, so feel free. I will take the easy questions and I will leave the difficult ones for the easy IT team, who know every detail of the project. So thank you. And yes?
If I understood properly, one of the customization main feature was to analyze all your contracts and finally find all the clauses to have such a template that you can build and actually audit all your contracts, if I understood properly.
Yes, absolutely, and indeed we have a lot of contracts, so we took some time to make sure that we have everything, and it was then very nicely prepared, structured, and indeed put into clauses and into templates so that they are already available for the people who need to create new contracts. So I don't know if you guys want to add something to that.
You hear me? Okay. Yeah. About the contract, so the idea was really to make it dynamic, so that the user can make, based on templates and based on selection of clauses, very easily a contract in the system, and also to share it right away with the customer. So the customer can have it in his portal and be able to sign it online. That's one aspect which was done in the project. Another aspect was everything related to the service bus. So we had to communicate with 3 other systems, and to do so, we had to connect to kind of a central bus that would spread the messages and the information from orders, from invoicing, from contracts on the other platform. So that were the 2 main aspects. So one, we made a new dynamic contract management system, and second, we make implementation to connect Odoo with other systems through the service bus.
Exactly. And the rest was really out of the box, I would say. And the contact management is very easy to use, very basic. We have all the features that we need, so that was the easy part. Okay, thank you.